Good morning, Simmers. Good morning. I think everything is working right now. Everything is under control. I had some problems with Twitch. Seem to have some problems lately anyways. That's why I also have a bit of explaining to do. Because if you have watched my streams or videos before, then you're like, Dan, what is this? Where's Transavia? You flew always with Transavia. Everything was green. Well, yesterday evening I was doing a Vatsim event from Frankfurt, short flight, and everything was set up, and I tested the flight controls as usual, and my yoke, and the yoke was responding, but very badly, and my rudder pedals didn't respond at all. So during taxiing I could not turn left, could not turn right, I had to disconnect. It took me a lot of time to figure out what happened, and I did a flight yesterday morning with Transavia, everything was fine, and then yesterday evening I tried to do it with Transavia, and which is not the official livery for this airplane. Delivery did not function anymore. I don't know why not. I don't know what happened, but I changed the livery to the official one, to one of the officials, and the yoke was working again, and the rudder was perfect. So then I'm like, all right, then I'm just gonna choose an official livery from PMDG for the Boeing, and KLM was there. So from now on, we're gonna be KLM, which gives us the opportunity to also fly later, much later, the Boeing 747 and any other type of aircraft, because KLM has a wide selection. So far, the introduction why we are flying with KLM right now. Need to get used, because the call sign was always Transavia, but for now then the KLM. And we are here at Frankfurt Airport. In the morning, I got my bucket of coffee next to me. Doesn't look that busy. Of course there's a Lufthansa, two Lufthansas, that's whatever. There's always any German airport. Sorry for that. Really need my coffee in the morning. So a morning flight, barely do that. Let's get going. And of course, if it's the first flight with KLM, we are flying to Amsterdam. Let's get going. There we go. So it all looks a bit different, to be honest. Like the panels look different, the buttons look a bit different. I like that they do that. So I'm flying with a different aircraft. It's still the Boeing 737-800, but there are some instruments that look completely different, and that's nice. But hey, we're gonna get used to it. Even I'm not sure, but I think even the steering wheel looks different. Never mind. Let's get going with opening the doors and just start boarding. Don't know what that ticking sound is, but I hope it will disappear at one point.
Cabin crew, whenever you're ready, open the doors and let the passengers on board.
No problem.
And I forgot to set fuel to 0 for now. And the payload to empty. There we go. Which gives us... So we have our flight plan ready. And that gives us a fuel of 6. Alright, so we're going to do 7,000. Always a nice... There we go. The amount of passengers we're taking with us from Munich to Amsterdam. 180. Oh, still. Maybe some business flyers. And the payload is... No, the cargo. Sorry, the cargo is 4,500. So that's... you cannot have more than this in the front, we know by now. So then we need to add that up to get to that, which is this. That should do it. That should be 4,500. Alright. Position. We are at Munich Airport. As far as I know, I chose gate 39. Not the database, that's always the thing, huh? That the Microsoft Flight Simulator does not really give you a good gate number. An accurate gate number, let's leave it at that. So then we're just gonna have a look over here. And let's see what it says. 216. Let's say that we are at 216. That's completely different than what the simulator said. And that looks good. Alright, the route, we are going to Amsterdam. Flight plan request, which is loaded through SimBrief. Very nice. So, since it's morning, there's not much ATC online, but you know I always choose one where there is online where we take off from, because I like to have the clearance. So, that's only the tower for now, 118.700. And the ATIS is 123 to 125. 123, 125. There we go.
Moonkin information Charlie.
Charlie.
Automatic. Met report time 0850 Zulu. Expect vectors for independent parallel ILS approach runway 26 left and 26 right runways in use 26 left and 26 right. Transition level 60. Wind 220 degrees 8 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 1. Dew point -4 QNH 1035 trend. Nosig Moonkin information Charlie. Out.
We got to give him
Moonkin
6
information
Sierra.
Charlie. Automatic. Met report time 0850 Zulu. Expect vectors for independent parallel ILS approach runway 26 left and 26 right runways in use 26 left and 26 right. Transition level 60. Wind 220 degrees 8
transition
knots.
level. Alright.
OK. Temperature 1. Dew point
Let's go to
-4
tower.
QNH 1035 trend. Nosig Moonkin information Charlie. Out. Moonkin information Charlie. Automatic. Met report time 0850 Zulu. Expect vectors.
There we go.
Pacific X-ray, squawk 1000, pushback approved, face north.
Squawk 1000 kommt sofort und push approved, facing north, Standard Victor X-ray.
Engine Tower, hello, this is your Wings 3 Striker, request push and start. Wings 30 Echo, push and start, brief face south. Push and start, brief facing south, your Wings 373.
Let's see what clearance he's gonna give us for departure. I hope he's gonna give us 26 left. So close to that one. And that's what we prepared. So basically, let's have a look. Munich Tower, good day. KLM 4905, requesting clearance to Amsterdam. Information Charlie.
405, Charlie, correct, approved, Gate Deboarding, from give me 1 November, flight plan route, climb fire seat, flight level 70, squawk 2315.
So much Tower Lufthansa 3 Tango X-ray localizer 26 right, 40 miles.
Got KLM 405, pass respect.
Clear to Amsterdam, runway 26 left. Give him 1 November, squawk 2315. Didn't get the initial climb.
Just to confirm, out of runway 26 right, give me 1 November, squawk 2315, climb your seat, flight level 70.
26 right, give him 1 November, flight level 70 initial climb and squawk is 2315, KLM 4905.
Feedback, correct.
There you go, he was a bit too quick with that. I think he understood that for himself as well. So we got 26 right. Alright. That ticking sound is driving me insane.
Check 223 set, but 1 departing traffic, yes. Departing traffic.
It really does. And that's our route. We'll change it in a bit. We're just gonna load up some information. 62.3.
November 4, Whiskey 2 Delta 1, standard 3 Victor expect.
Calculating the reserves. That's 1-4, that's 2-4. 2-6. The cost index is 35. And we got course level of 320. Transition altitude we heard was 6,000. And that looks good.
Van 2 Echo Charlie, man, to Unicorn 122, das Night, have a nice flight, bye.
122, das Night, danke für den Service, schönen Tag, Luft 100 Charlie.
Gleichfalls.
So that's flap 5, center gravity, and speed 1.5. These buttons really, I need to get used to this because it's really different. And the ticking noise. Let's see when that disappears. But 260. Flight directors on. Istanbul. Alright. he's really going for it, that guy. Let's have a look. Our route is going. Leg. There we go.
Yeah, just from Rotax 3 Sierra.
That looks good all the way to Amsterdam. Very good. So the thing is that it doesn't have the checking for the flight controls. That's what I noticed. But that's not the problem. I'm gonna leave it at this. That's good, that's good. Squawk is 2315. Here we go. And I think we're now close to be boarded up. For sure, we need to be. Fuel truck is done. And the cargo is loaded. So we can release that. Then we can turn on the seatbelt sign. Because the fuel is loaded. There we go. And we can start the APU. To turn off the ground power. That ticking sound. What is that ticking sound? That probably is gonna annoy me on the long term. And if that has something to do with delivery, maybe we'll...
Echo taxi turn point 2 correction taxi entry Sierra 6 via Charlie.
We're gonna be fine. Alright, APU. Let's have a look outside. They are going. That all looks good. What you hear now, if you can hear it, I'm not sure how I've done the volume. What you hear now is the APU starting up. And we can turn to the generator of the APU. There we go. Then we can disconnect the ground power. And the APU bleed. There we go. Which gives us still the ticking noise. Well, for now then. Maybe at one point you don't hear it anymore. It's gonna be fine. Alright.
Echo taxi to point runway 26
Good.
left via Sierra and Bravo.
We are still boarding, so that's okay.
Showing point runway 26 left via Sierra and Bravo.
Then we are going to change our runway to 6 right. And then we need to get the given 1 November. Given 1 November. And that gives us this way. Alright. Perfect. Let's have a look at our taxi route. So we had Whiskey 2, Echo 2, or the center. That's what he's gonna say. But he's not very clear in his instructions. But 26 right is a big taxiway, which I'm not a fan of, but we're gonna see. So probably Whiskey 2, Delta 2, Echo 2. Push back onto Echo 2 maybe. And then we got November 4.
Welcome to Berlin taxi to entry November 3 by
November. Mike.
Entry November 3 Alpha 9, Lufthansa 3 Tango X-ray.
And then one of these. Alright, well, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it when he gives us clearance. Since we started APU, we can actually turn on the beacon. There we go. That ticking sound. That's gonna start to annoy me at one point.
204 would be great.
Probably.
204 Bravo.
Good, then number 204 via November 3 and Whiskey 2.
204 via November 3 Whiskey 2 Lufthansa 3 Tango X-ray.
So we are definitely gonna fly over longer radar, but I'm not sure if he wants us there. And I will not request like I will not contact him myself. Every time over Germany, if I contact myself or radar, they say, you're not inside my flying zone. So 1, 2, 3, 275. All the way to Amsterdam. I'm just curious how this thing flies. We're used to 737 with Transavia, but the instruments look different. We have a weird ticking noise that I cannot get my hand on. Maybe after takeoff it will disappear. We will see. We will see. 19 passengers still to board. Well then, we'll just set everything up. Yeah, so he wants us on this line or that line. I would say that he pushes on this line. Which is Whiskey 2.
Just across curve takeoff hearing street America. Stand 3 Victor X-ray, maintaining the command to 2 of right and fast flight fine.
Prepare for startup.
Und Lufthansa 3 Tango X-ray on stand 204. Vielen Dank für deinen Service.
Ja, auch kein Problem. Ich wünsche dir ein schönes Wochenende. Servus.
Amsterdam is 0.
Ja, wünsche ich dir auch. Mach's gut.
100%. And this is all good, all good, all good. Makes us ready for start. And we are boarded, so that's good. Always sounds weird. If you're on a ship and you're boarded, then you have a problem.
Cabin crew, please arm doors and cross-checked. Thank you.
Hi, Captain.
Get
Thank
the
you very
pedals.
much.
Parking brake. And remove the jokes. KLM 495 request and push and start.
495, push and start through face north.
Pushback approved. Face north. KLM 495. Or he's just having fun, or I don't know what's up with him. But here we go.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Face north. Funny.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your
Parking
captain
brake
speaking.
set. Lifting
My
the
name is
aircraft.
Daniel Cristiani, and I'd like to welcome you on board of this flight. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be up in the air in the next
We are
15
cleared for
minutes or
start
so.
and push.
We are currently finishing up preparing the flight. Please get your
Skiedrekken, Martinica 122 of 9, Gebrand staat erbij.
Thank you.
Come to the flight during 3 circle, goodbye. JD?
Please release
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Engine 2 is starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count
Start
the
up
number of
engine
emergency
1.
exits. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, like this. Pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoy the flight.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
That's good. So the brake,
Startup
we
is
got the
complete.
flaps
You
5,
may disconnect.
flap 1,
Roger. Good engine
2,
start. Clear it to disconnect. See you
flap
at the side.
5,
Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank
Trim.
you and goodbye.
the trim is 559. There we go. And the only thing is that we cannot check our systems in this plane. But as far as I can see, it already looks positive. Because yesterday this was much worse. This If I would turn the yoke to the left, it would go like, if I would turn it all the way, like I'd turn it all the way and then it would go like this. Very slowly. No idea what's up. But now it just does it. So, that's alright. Now comes the nice part. And that is, how is he going to clear us the taxi? So let's zoom out a bit. Keep in mind we are on Whiskey 2, and then he's going to give us to November on Mike, and then holding point runway 26 right. Let's have a look. KLM 4905 ready to taxi.
KLM 4905 taxi entry right via Whiskey 2 and Delta 4.
26 right via Whiskey 2 and Delta 4, Transavia 4905.
Okay, 4905, sorry, my fault, taxi entry November 4 via Whiskey 2 and Delta 1.
November 4 via Whiskey 2 and Delta 1, Transavia 4905. Alright, so November 4, need to have a bit of a closer look. No, this is Amsterdam. This is Munich. November 4. Where is November 4? Delta 1. November 4. Okay, so Whiskey 2, Delta 1 and November 4. So we're not even... Alright, that's good. Release the parking brake. Always needs a second. There we go. And keep my pen at the ready. Oh, actually, we need to switch to the engine generator. Turn on the probe heat. And switch on the lights. Turn off the APU. And turn on the engine bleed. And the packs. That's better. And that was a quite fast taxi. Slow it a bit down, because Delta 1 is this point, and we wait at November 4. That's right over there. Oh, this is responding nicely again, so that's good. That's November 4. Alright. There goes the Lufthansa. How nice. Nice timing. Always nice to see a plane take off. And what I find magic is that it's all multiplayer. So every plane you see is someone flying that thing. So that's just nice.
KLM 495, taxi 7.26 right via November and Alpha 12.
Holding point 26 right via November, Transavia 4905. Didn't get the other one, he will say that. But November is this one. And then we'll see. 1, 2, did he say that? Not that busy, so... First KLM flight needs to be successful, huh? There we go. Did he say Alpha 1, 2? Eh. I'll see. Nothing to worry about, really. I don't like it when ATCs talk very fast. Even in a Vatsim event, some just talk clear. This guy is nice, not to worry. He's mumbling a bit.
Then fall on a flight in 2238 knots, runway 26 left, correction 26 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 right, clear for takeoff. KLM 4905. Almost said Transavia, you see, you need to get used to the KLM. He's given me clearance to take off while we're not even close to the runway. But probably he knows that there's nothing on the way and we can take our time. Need to say it looks pretty. The KLM Boeing 737. It looks pretty. And then he's gonna switch us to Unicum. Probably. Yep. Which is fine. We'll just tune it in. And we'll see if we can fly manually to cruise level. That would be nice.
United 3 Alpha Mike, Zoo, ready check.
55, frequency 118, listen 7.
Oh. There we go. All set. Maybe a bit of throttle. Speed it a bit up this taxiing. Can I make it from there? I think so. I really thought he said Alpha 2, but he said holding point 26 right. So I'm gonna stick with that. The ticking noise is gone. Right? No, it's not. This away. Sitting nice for the yoke. Good.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff.
I'm gonna do a takeoff from out the turn. Nice and quick. Without standing still. Landing lights. Nice. 100 knots. Rotate. Slowly. Alright, landing gear up. Activate the knobs for the flight director. Auto brake activated.
That's 405 Unicum 122 of Neighborbine.
Unicum 122.8, thank you for your service. Have a good day. KLM 495.
Fine.
Munich Tower, very
Flaps
good
2.
morning. Inactive 19901 will be entering the transition for the ILS approach 26 right, just confirming the
Flaps
approach
1.
is available.
Yep. Runway 26 left and 26 right out. They told me it's
Roger, we'll go for 26 right then. We'll call you back when established. Inactive
Neutral
19901.
landing gear.
Engine Airbus Lufthansa 15 Charlie, position 247, requesting
And flaps neutral.
to Lima Papa
Flaps
Foxtrot,
0.
and we've got information Delta on board.
So 15 Charlie, München, Servus, Starapros, create Lima Papa Foxtrot, Romeo Alpha Lima Golf 2 Sierra, flight 100, Columbia Fit, flight 07, squawk 2306.
Alpha Lima Golf 2 Sierra, initial level 70, squawk 2306, and Starapapa Lufthansa 15
Standard
Charlie.
QNH.
Lufthansa 26 Charlie, we can push back.
Oh, we can actually go to Unicom. That's good.
For 26 Charlie, push
There we
back.
go. Oh. Then we can go to our full.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic device.
Turn off landing lights. And here we go. To the right. Always enjoy it when we can fly a long run manual to a cruise level. Why not? Got the clouds. Cranking a bit right. get some speed going. Turn off the seatbelt sign. And then we still have these lights. There we go. So no autopilots, I'm just flying manually on the flight director. But I do have auto throttle. That makes it nice. Don't really hear the ticking sound that much anymore. Maybe you do. The simulator stays beautiful. It's really pretty. And need to go a bit to the right. Yep, there we go. Let's get my coffee while we steer with one hand. Coffee's a bit cold. Oi. Flying manual and going to that screen is a bit, yeah, I'm not that much of a pro. I wonder if Longenrader is gonna give us a call. 123275. I'm still flying manually as well while I do this. It's always a bit of a challenge. 235. Alright, so we got Longer Radar tuned in. But if they give us a call, that we can go immediately to them. Oh, hobble, hobble, hobble. When we are at cruise level, I will turn on the autopilot. Not before that. I refuse to. Don't think that's very realistic because pilots turn on the autopilot very quickly. That's what I heard. Let's request the weather. Oh, a bit too low. No, 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 we should not go low. We had such a nice climbing rate. Let's go. Almost there. Almost at cruise level. Those flight directors, without it, I would not. If that would fail, well, then I can still do a bit to watch my speed and make the climb. Still, the flight directors are incredibly handy. Flight directors, if you're new to this, the flight directors are these. And I got a call from Longer Radar, 100%. 123 275. One, two, three, 275.
Turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, Serbia, North Hotel.
Longer Radar, good day. KLM 4905 with you, flight level 290.
Two stations.
Hi, radar service, Holy 1 passing 2,400, climbing 5,000.
Holy 1, Langenrader, good morning, identified, climb flight level 230.
Climb level 230, Holy 1.
Longer Radar, good morning. KLM 4905 with you, flight level 290.
KLM 4905, Langenrader, good morning, identified, continue climb flight level 320, present position direct Marpox.
Direct to Marpox and keep climbing to flight level 320, KLM 4905.
Condo 2117, descent flight level 130.
Descent flight level 130, Condo 2117.
That's our cue for the cruise level, which is good.
Serbia 907, hotel turn left heading 280, cleared ILS 25 left.
Flight heading 280, cleared ILS 25 left, pitch 390 hotel.
And we turned on the autopilot. There we go.
Feet, QNH 1036.
Continue down to 4000, QNH 1036, Lufthansa to Echo Uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, just to let you know that we've reached our cruise level and we're not anticipating...
Langradar, Gude, Lufthansa 315, flight level 240.
Lufthansa 315, Langradar, Gude, identified. Cleared, Farbur to Bravo arrival, expect 25 left.
Cleared, Bravo to...
Lufthansa 315, cleared Farbur to Bravo arrival, expect ILS 25 left.
Cleared Bravo to Bravo arrival, expect ILS 25 left.
So we're going to prepare our arrival.
Niner Mike, when ready, descend flight level 250.
So first of all, let's have a look. There is nobody online for ATC in Amsterdam, so we need to figure out our sim brief. The flight plan creator gave me automatically runway 27, but let's see if that's accurate. There we go.
We're down at 26, Mike Juliet, 370, bound Dubai.
Runway.
Hello, please reset
EHAM. And as we can see, runway 27 is perfect.
Cafe 340, Langenradar, hello, radar contact 2,700 feet.
We'd like to have the ILS.
Flight level 340.
Nork 2 Alpha.
Thank you. Eurowings 59 Mike, descent.
There we go.
Level 250.
What is he doing? He lets us fly like this.
Eurowings 59 Mike, Langen.
Circle.
Lufthansa 29 Hotel, climb flight level 310.
Hey, let's just go to that point and then make a switch.
Lufthansa 29 Hotel, climb
Not a
flight
fan.
level 310.
Let's see if we
Lufthansa
can,
315, descent flight level 110.
from our tip,
110, Lufthansa
get to
315.
this point over here.
Runway 6, Mike Juliet, hello,
That should be better. So that's how we're gonna program it.
Thank you. Flight plan received, destination Nürnberg, squawk 1000 please. And radar contact flight level 370.
Arrival in Amsterdam, ILS 27.
Yeah.
And what did it say? Nork 2 Alpha, right? Alright, here we go. Via our tip.
Positive 6, welcome back. Leaving my airspace, monitor Unicom 123.
There we go.
Bye-bye.
Let's write this down in the flight plan. So, sorry.
7 Hotel, call Tower 119 decimal 9, bye-bye.
Tower 119 decimal 9, thanks, bye-bye, hotel.
Lufthansa 2 Echo Uniform, on present heading cleared ILS 25 left.
Present heading cleared ILS 25 left, Lufthansa 2 Echo Uniform.
Condor 2117, expect ILS 25 left.
Expecting ILS 25 left, Condor 2117.
Lufthansa 315, direct Delta Foxtrot 622. Lufthansa 315, direct Delta Foxtrot 622.
One of my favorite spots in Amsterdam to stand is in this area right over here. So that's why I think I'm going to taxi there as well, just for fun. I was looking for the transition level. We are Cat 2. And now it's just 3000.
Golf Whiskey, startup approved, report ready for taxi.
It's good. ILS 266 degrees, 111.55.
277 kilo, Mike, Langenradar,
Minimums.
radar contact 5,700 feet.
88.
Climb, flight level 390.
Flight level Level 390 to that 7 km.
Lufthansa 315, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1036.
Descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1036, Lufthansa 315.
I still hear the ticking noise.
Langenrader, good air, SBS 600 kilo, flight level 380.
But not that, not that
Kilo
bad.
Langenrader, good day, set squawk 2164.
Squawk 2164, SBS 600 kilo.
Jet 7 kilo Mike, turn left direct Natsu.
Left direct Natsu to that 7 km.
There we go. That's set, and then the bar is 88.
Holly 1,
proceed direct Zulu.
Are we cleared for Unicom? Direct Zulu, Zulu 1.
South Station calling, say again please.
There we
Air France
go.
694, are we cleared for Unicom?
Air France 6499, negative, stay on my frequency.
Roger.
Serbia 69 kilo, radar contact, flight level 380.
Runway 59 Mike, request descent.
Eurowings 59 Mike, check your text message and also listen carefully to the frequency. I tried to call you several times without response. Unicom for you 122.8, you're now out of my airspace. Bye.
1228, thank you for the service, bye bye. Insurance 1, hier je nog.
Schönen Flug.
Schön Flug. Flug, flug, chuk, chuk. Ah, stop it with this stupid humor. Anyways, let's have a gross rate. We are gonna land with still 3.7.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1036.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1036 for now, 2117.
At 66.
Ryanair 6 Mike Juliet, when ready, descent flight level 130.
When ready, done at 130, Ryanair 6 Madrid.
There we go.
Land radar, good day, beeline for Uniform Bravo at flight level 370.
Now let's have a look at the route.
Hello, identified, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, beeline for Uniform Bravo.
Good day, Luxair 428, departing flight level 200, inbound Basel.
Luxair 428, Langenrader, hello, squawk 2253.
Squawk 2253, Luxair 428.
Lufthansa 2 Echo Uniform Tower 119.9, bye-bye.
99 Lufthansa Echo Uniform, so.
So from our tip, we would like to go immediately to
Air France 2412, flight level 210.
Stand by short, call you back.
AM 261.
Stand by, call you back.
Let's see how that looks like. It's quite how I would like it. Yes, indeed. Alright.
Eurowings 77 Golf Whiskey Taxi holding point runway 07 via Oscar Kilo.
Holding point 07 via Oscar and Kilo, Eurowings 77 Golf Whiskey.
Let's have a look at the
2412 Langenrader, hello, radar contact, flight level 210, cleared Onoko 3 Alpha arrival.
Cleared Unogo 3 Alpha arrival, Air France 412.
put it on the other screen so we can
Jet
have a look.
Kilo Mike, confirm left turn direct Natsu, November Alpha Tango Sierra Uniform.
Mein FMC macht.
How are we gonna have the flight levels?
Alles klar, danke.
So from Norku, like that. Okay, gotcha. So that's 280, 200.
Seeker
Yeah.
176, Langen Radar. Hello, identified, cleared, MPAX
And then
4 Bravo arrival.
we would like to be at flight
25
level
left, information
70 at our tip. So that's where I would like to be.
Boeing 77 Golf Whiskey, ready for departure.
Airwing 77 Golf Whiskey, wind calm, runway 07.
And then
clear
AM
takeoff.
261.
Service to take off, Boeing 77 Golf Whiskey.
Luxair 428, radar contact, flight level
Gives us a
242,
bit more, so
climb
that's
flight
good.
level
We're not allowed
350.
to be lower than that.
Climb level 350,
I would like to be 2,000
Air
feet to
France
start it.
2412, direct Delta Foxtrot 401.
Runway.
Delta Foxtrot 401, Air France 2412.
And the glide slope we catch on 2,000 feet. So I think this looks quite nice. That means that
Condor
our
2117 after passing flight level 100, speed 220 knots or less.
top of descent will be over here. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. We are prepared.
Holy 1, you're leaving my airspace. Monitor Unicom 1228. Bye bye.
1228, Holy 1, durch Anschnitt 1
You're about to start serving drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position.
Air France 2412, expect ILS 25 left.
Expect ILS 25 left, Air France 2412.
Air France 649, leaving my airspace. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Bye bye.
122.8 for Air France 649er, thank you for your help, bye bye.
Skylink 176, expect 25 left, direct Delta Foxtrot 622.
There we are. We still have some to go in his airspace. So we're good.
Skylink 176, confirm unable, direct Delta Foxtrot 622.
It seems that my
612, it's too
progress is not properly
in the
working.
near of the
Alright.
initial approach fix. So expect vectors turn left heading 360.
Left 360.
Runway Great Transavia 9 Quebec, flight level 370.
Transavia 9 Quebec, Langen Radar, hello. Radar contact, flight level 370, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, 9 Quebec.
Luxair 428, leaving my airspace, Unicom 1228, bye bye.
Unicom 122, that's my SF 122.
Housing 77 Golf Whiskey, radar contact 2500 feet, climb flight level 230.
Climb level 230, Housing 77 Golf.
Skylink 176, descent flight level 240.
Alright. That looks better. There we go.
Lufthansa 315, turn left heading 280, cleared ILS 25 left.
Turn left heading.
Curious if we,
280,
yeah, we
cleared
should
ILS
descend in his,
6
because
left.
we descend before the Dutch border, and his flight is
25 left. Yeah,
until the
sorry.
Dutch border. So
Munich.
we will ask requesting descent right over there. But for now we're good. All right.
Holding 77 Golf Whiskey after passing flight level 80, direct NATO.
After passing 80 direct NATO, Holding 77 Golf Whiskey, vielen Dank.
Lufthansa 315, speed 170 knots or greater until 60 mi final.
107 not or greater until 6 miles, Lufthansa 315.
Condor 2117, turn right heading 220, cleared ILS 25 left.
Right heading 220, cleared ILS 25 left, Condor 2117.
Air France 2412, descent flight level 130.
Flight level 130, France 212.
KLM 4905, leaving shortly by airspace, monitor Unicom 1228, bye-bye. KLM 4905, Unicom 1228, bye.
Unicom 1228, thank you for your service, KLM 4905.
Lufthansa 315, just to confirm, speed 170 knots or greater until...
Alright, so we can actually start the top. Alright, so we're not gonna have anything anymore, which is fine. Thick clouds. We got some thick clouds over here. This high up, really. All right. How many times I say that? It's I'm trying to figure out a bit with the new... Oh, no. Oh, no. Nah. With the new progress bar that I made in blue, it's just not it, huh? Just not it. No. So I'll make it 17 then, for size. And a bit shorter. I'm gonna make it 75. I think that should do it. Let's have a look. Not it, huh? So maybe it should be 18 then. There we go. I'll leave it at this. Just need to leave. Just that's how I'm gonna have it now. Good. All right. So now we just wait until the top of descent, and we don't. There's no ATC online anymore. We're not connected, so we don't have much to listen to right now. So I don't know what to do. This is just a nice morning flight. First time KLM, and probably first of many. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Transavia because the Transavia livery, or the Transavia print, that was not an official one. And it started to mess up the controls that I'm using. And right now, with the KLM, it works fine. I had to just change a bit in my overlay, which is this thing here above. Had to change that into blue, which I did. Did it as good as I could, but I think it looks quite okay. KLM is not bad. Transavia is actually part of KLM, so how bad can it be? How bad can it possibly be? There's the top of descent coming, so that's going to be slowly. Coming in. Top of descent. Yep. In about, what shall we say, 30 miles. Meanwhile, I'm making chapters for my other video. You just need to keep yourself busy. There we go. Just keep. There's nothing to see on the outside, actually. That's it's a bit of a shame. But let's just. What did we say? We wanted to be at 7,000 feet at one point. So I'll make this to 7,000. So we start descending when we have the top of descent. There we go. And there's another plane. How nice. Thick clouds over Germany, part of the Netherlands almost. Don't have much to talk about. I hope everybody is having a good day. Comment good day in this comment section, or just ask any questions, or follow me on Twitch, because on Twitch, this is like every video on YouTube is a live stream from Twitch, so you can follow me on Twitch and have a chat with me. I always like to have a chat with some people. I have the screen of Twitch next to me open for anybody who would like to ask a question, give comments. Stay nice though, but whatever. So this is the performance setup. I'm making chapters for my previous video, which was London Stansted to Brussels. Still with good old Transavia. Came a long way actually though. I'm over 200 flying hours in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not sure if that's a lot if you compare it to other people who stream or do it, but I think it's quite an achievement. I'm almost at 220 hours, I think. Maybe a bit more. And I started learning in the Boeing, no, in the Airbus A320 Neo from fly-by-wire. No, first it was the normal Airbus A320 that was in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there I used all the, like if taxiing, that you have a route. This plane is actually coming quite close to us. Look at him. But not close enough, I think. He's higher than us and still far away. Look at that. Yeah, we're not gonna cross. So that's good. But we're close. Alright, so almost at the top of descent.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, once again, you will be delighted to know that we will shortly be starting our descent, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could make sure all aisles are clear for the cabin crew as they start making their way around the aircraft, it would be much appreciated. Thank you.
And there we go, we start our descent. As I was saying, with the Airbus A320 Neo, the normal Microsoft Flight Simulator one, where I got all the tutorials still on. So for landing, that it shows you in the simulator these blue lines, how to taxi and how the glide slope goes manually, and that's how I started like 2 years ago or so, before I did all the streaming. And hold on, that's 23 push and start setup. And then I started flying a bit around with I think I did the fly from Amsterdam to Budapest, Budapest to Cairo, Cairo to Riyadh, Riyadh to Dubai, Dubai to Mumbai, Mumbai, and that's how I did kinda all the way to Tokyo and then to Hong Kong, until I crashed and then I had to start over again. And that's how I did a lot of flights. Had no idea how ILS worked, had no idea how anything worked. It was just for fun, getting to know it. And then I started to look into, like, watch these YouTubers. Shout out to EasyJet Sim Pilot, AvGeek, many others, where they are flying a fly-by-wire aircraft, which was for free. So I downloaded that and I kept watching all these videos how things worked. And then I started to, well, I was a big fan of Wizz Air, because that's the aircraft I fly with in real life. Not as a pilot, as a passenger. And because I visit Eastern Europe quite often. And that's how I did some flights with Wizz Air. Eindhoven, Budapest, like those kind of things. And then I started to get the hang of that, and then I wanted something more bigger, different, a Boeing, and then I learned about the PMDG Boeing 737-800, which is the one we're flying right now. It's a payware, but I think I'm ready for the next step, and that's, but Wizz Air is not flying a Boeing 737 as far as I saw in there. In the airplanes that they do, it's normally always Airbus. So then I changed to Transavia, because Transavia is flying the Boeing and the Airbus. And I've been flying Transavia for a while then, in the simulator. Until today, we made the step to KLM. Because unfortunately, the Transavia livery for the PMDG gave me troubles. And since I'm wanting to fly the Boeing 747 in the future, that's KLM has that one, so that's realistic. And I would like to fly, if the PMDG ever brings out the Boeing 777, the Dreamliner, I would love to fly that one, but they just released the Boeing 737-900, which is really making me want to get that one, because I would like to see how that goes. It's a longer, slightly bigger one than the 737-800, and I would love to have that thing in my hangar. So, and it probably would have a KLM livery, so that's it's good enough. All right. Meanwhile, we are descending to flight level 230, and we are right on course. Right on course. So that's a bit of the story of my journey through Flight Simulator. Need to say, when like 20 years ago I did the Flight Simulator X, but not as realistic as this one. It was just doing something. I was young then, and we flew from I think from Amsterdam with a Transavia flight then to Monastir in Tunis, and I kept on flying that one the whole time, and I crash landed all the time because I had no idea what I was doing. Now 20 years later, I kind of have a bit the hang of it and know what I'm doing. So yeah. Alright, still writing down some chapters, but it's not going that fast because I keep on talking, because I don't want it to be very silent on this stream/video. So now we are at the push and start in this video. So that's a chapter. And then we go to taxi, which we're here already taxiing. Alright, we let that run. And meanwhile, we are descending into the Netherlands. Quite some clouds up here, as we saw, and now we're going to go down into the other clouds. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, he kept us waiting for a bit in London yesterday. I'm watching that video right now to put the chapters in. Oh, yesterday it could have been such an amazing flight from Frankfurt, because it was a Vatsim event. It was so busy, but yeah, as soon as I started taxiing, well, testing the yoke, I always test my flight systems before I take off, but it they seem to be not working properly. So then I'm like, just what the heck, just go. And then the rudders didn't work, and I speeded up. Well, I taxied off the apron, missed my turn, and that's just that was bad. That was so bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've just begun our descent. If you could assist the cabin crew by tidying your tray and handing them any litter as they come around, it would be much appreciated. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode.
So what do we say? R-tip, we would like to be there at 7,000 feet. Well, that's definitely something that we can achieve, so that's nice. That's the minimum. We're not allowed to be any lower than 7,000 feet at that point, so. And by then we will also slow down. So that's good. We can arm the spoilers. There we go. That will help help us slow down speed a bit more. Flying into the Netherlands right now. We just crossed the border into the Netherlands. The home of KLM and the home of me. Alright, just watching this video to Brussels when we are starting to descend, and I think it's right over here. Talking about the other video, you could watch it. And no, that's still a bit of a climb. There we go. So that's at 112. I'd like to put the chapters in because it's easier watching. If you just want to go straight to the landing, then that's easy, or the take-up or anything. So let's start descent. So we're now almost at 10th flight level 100, flight level 100, we can call it. So that makes us turn on the landing lights and seatbelt sign. For the rest, we are all tuned in with the ILS. We're all good. We're all fine. Yeah, look at that. And it's 10,000 feet, so we turn on the landing lights. There we go. And the seatbelt sign. There we go. And we slow down to 250 knots. Because we're not allowed to fly any faster below 10,000 feet. Look at that. Nice. And we're still descending. And at RTIP we are at 7,000 feet. And we would like to be at 2,000 feet. So we continue our descent to 2,000 feet to catch the glide slope. We can go to flaps 5 because, well, let's keep the speed here. Let's have a look if there is any more speed restriction. 250 knots. So we're quite good, but since we are at 240, we can go to flaps 5. So flap 1. Flap 2. And flap 5. There we go. We had 3,000 feet for the Q&H, so that's quite okay. And we can prepare the cabin.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
All right. Alright, which I keep saying too many times actually. As I said in a previous video, we should make a drinking game out of it. Every time I say alright, drink, you're gonna be drunk by the end of every video. More than drunk. Feet on the paddles, because we are close to landing right now. As we are descending more and more and more, I would like to slowly go to 30. How was with the flaps again? At 210 we can go to flaps 10. Alright. So here we would like to be at 2,000 feet. which is fine. That's okay, everybody's seated, cabin is prepared, just the crew need to be seated. We're gonna turn on the auto brake. That should be fine because it's not raining, so the auto brake is good. Flaps we'll arrange in a bit. Alright, look at the Netherlands. On a Saturday morning, almost 12 o'clock. Look at that. Are we over the IJsselmeer? I think so. Yeah. Might be a bit busy at Amsterdam. Well, yeah, I'm on ILS runway 27, so that's all fine. He takes 18. So I'm not sure why. There you go. There's one landing as well. Is that Lot? Look at that. So where does he go? Is that for me as well? No. Well, we go to the left at one point. What's how high are we? 4,500 feet. Now he's going in a different direction, so that should be fine. Alright, Amsterdam is busy. It's a busy airport, so might not be surprised. We, as you can see, I let people know that we are on the approach for runway 27 on 4,500 feet, so that should be fine. We can go to... Yeah, easy. Then we take it slow. So we go to take it slow. We can go to flaps 10 in a bit. So there's an EasyJet very close. That might be him. Who knows? So we'll just take it very slow, so that gives him the time. Let's set the QNH. There we go. We can now get the localizer.
Amsterdam traffic, ET564, localizer established runway 27.
Yeah, it's Amsterdam. Look at that. So there are they. So there's a couple of planes in front of us, but we are just gonna take it nice and slow. Another flap, and gonna give them some time.
Civil traffic Alpine 5 November on the ILS 18 right.
There's the arena. Oh, nice.
Runway 27 and is now section to Hotel Gate.
Got that. All right.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
KLM 495 on final ILS runway 27. Speed that we had to land was 142, so we go to 147. We can go to flap 30. Turn on these lights. We have a bit of a view over Amsterdam. We need to use that. We need to use that. Look at the arena. And look over here, Amsterdam. That's fantastic. My laptop is actually having some trouble loading it in, but that's cool. That is cool. So there's one plane in front of us still landing. So we just go down to, what did we say? 147? 147. There we go. Flap 30. All good. Everybody's landed.
1,000.
There is some wind. 18 knots. Wow. Alright. Alright. Turn off that auto throttle and let's get it a bit better.
Vacated runway 27.
Thank you. So he vacated. And we are gonna in a bit land. Very windy. There was a gunshot. Bit more airspeed. That's good. That's good. That did it. And now we just turn off the autopilot and land this thing. Here we go. Autopilot deactivated.
Approaching minimums. 100 minimums. 40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're landed, so good. We exit to the left.
Civil traffic Alpine 57 on November, vacated 18 right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the aircraft has arrived at
Alright, spoilers back. And flaps back. Amsterdam traffic, KLM 4905, vacated runway 27.
EDR 27, 16 established.
So let's go to one of my favorite gates then. So should we just go here and then take a left? Yeah, why not? These are quite big gates for bigger planes. So we'll take a different one. Landing lights off. Auto brake off. Turn on the APU. Welcome to Amsterdam.
ED2266, short final, ILS 27.
I just go to one of my favorite spots on Amsterdam Schiphol. Which is going to be just behind this building to the right. Right around the corner here. Next to another KLM. How nice. We just park it next to him. Slowly.
ED2266, vacated runway.
Pocket brake. There we go. Release the seatbelt sign. Turn on the APU generator. There we go. APU bleed. There we go. Turn off the engines. Chokes. Request the ground power. And a jetway. Ground power activated. Turn off the APU. And everything else. Here we go. Here we go. All good.
Travel traffic Alpine 7957 pushing back out to some traffic.
And we can deboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
And welcome to Amsterdam. First flight with KLM, a success. Parked a bit to the front, but we are good. And that was a nice morning flight. 12 o'clock, so we flew the whole morning. First of KLM, but not the last. 100%. Thank you for watching and have a very good day and weekend. But I think by the time you watch this is a Monday, so enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Give a like. I don't know. Bye bye.